And hello fellow Taker Space Bandit here with another episode of World of Tanks, and today we are on map Live Oaks. We are in a Draugen Tier 8 Swedish premium tank. We have two RDs in play, but we are top tier, which is a very good matchup. And today we're gonna have a very nice game for you guys. Maybe not from a damage perspective, because lately, like I mentioned to you in my last video, I've had quite a few games lately where I need to clutch it at the end, but damage-wise it's not maybe the biggest game ever. But I've noticed lately in some of those games that my teams have tendency to just drop like flies quite quickly. And in many cases it's my team as well as the opposition's team. And that's exactly what's going to happen here. And this could be because this game was from that light tank versus RD event. So as you can see, there's so many light tanks in play. There are a couple RDs on each team. So just like any game on Live Oaks, oops, let's take a look if we have shots at this guy there. We fired on a move, unfortunately that didn't hit. That was more wishful thinking than anything. But on Live Oaks, talking about Live Oaks, for me, railroad track is the most important area on Live Oaks. Why is it, you say? Well, because from this area here, first of all, you can quickly get back to your base if needed, and second, you have access to both bases in case you need to reset. So what's the point of going into city, right? And that's exactly what I do here. I try to come with my medium tanks, heavy tanks, usually come here, to be honest. I rarely fight out of town unless my entire team goes town. Then I will go town with my team at that point. Let's see if we can sneak a shot into this guy right there. We lead it right there. Ooh, unfortunately, yeah, that shell goes a little bit in front of the Lycan. I think I overled it a little bit. Now, as you're probably aware, Dragon's HESH rounds are absolutely fantastic with 210mm of penetration, and you can roll quite high, I mean even in 500s, to be honest. So, especially if you're top tier, it is strongly recommended to use HESH rounds, although be mindful that if these rounds go into, you know, the opposition's tank's tracks, you're probably gonna roll like, you know, 20, 30, 40 or something like that, because yeah, HESH shells get absorbed by tracks. So that's the downside of it. But if you hit it flush on any area of the tank with 210mm penetration, especially on top tier, you will penetrate. So anyway, we try to push the railroad tracks, but as you noticed here that basically opposition gave up this area of the map completely. So we turned back and we got ourselves into the position G9, and from this position we will be able to defend the base, because all these tanks that are in town right now, they'll be just going through probably an open area and we'll have shots at them. So that's what I was counting on. So we're gonna be really patient here. We're not gonna do anything drastic at this point. I was waiting for my team to get annihilated on the other side, because once you win the other side and you try to get into the base, the opposition's base, you're in an open field as well. So be mindful of that as well. Now I have HESH loaded, but it's going to be a difficult shot on this Oni. As you noticed there, we only put what, 124 HP damaging shot into him. That's because we didn't pen. So I'm going to switch to our APCR rounds right now, and we should be able to pen him right here without a problem with these rounds. So that's exactly what we do. We're dropping behind the ridge because I wasn't sure if I was going to get spotted. Probably wouldn't be, but I want to remain at a distance and beat this stealthy sniper at this point, right? Just make sure to drain these guys in health as much as possible. So we put one more shell into this Oni. We're going to try to get him out of the game, I think, with our next shot, because we want to take guns out of the game, especially in a close game like that. And that's exactly what we do. I don't know what our Tiger Shark just did there. He went right in front of all those guns and he got killed. Don't do that, guys. Try to... Remember, your light tanks have no armor. Right, you can't be doing that. Anyway, first shot into Gornich's R2D2 Capola just bounces for whatever reason. But he gets hit hard by the Artie, and we managed to take him out of the game. Now, Artie played a vital role in this game. The Artie that's closer to me. And in a split second, I'll show you exactly what I did here. I was actually trying to save Artie, believe it or not. That shot on a Dreadnought missed for whatever reason. I don't know if I didn't lead it properly. Maybe I didn't. Yeah, I guess I didn't lead it properly. Anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to focus this Dreadnought. Now, take a look at what I'm doing. I'm going to put a shell into him. Now, I'm going to make him choose whether he wants to shoot me or artillery, right? That's exactly what I'm doing. I don't want him to kill my Artie, right? I want him to shoot at me. I'm full HP. He does shoot at me, and Artie takes him down. And the reason for that is because on this map, I need Artie. And I don't know if I'll be able to carry on my own if Artie wasn't in play in this situation. And you'll see what happens later, especially with light tanks still in play, right? So now we're going to creep up on the railroad here, and unfortunately our light tank gets taken out. So we'll be looking for shots into this T-29, who's in the middle of the map, but he's behind something and I can't really find that shot. So we're going to wait around here for a little bit, and we're going to scoot closer to the actual train so that we can find some cover behind it in case we need to. And we're going to try to respot these guys, and there it is, T-29, we spotted him. So we should be able to put some shells into him, and we're unspotted from this distance, and at the same time our Artie has shots at him as well, which is good. So we're going to try to put one more shell into him. I know I'm spotted here, and maybe I waited a bit too long. Scorpion could have totally drained me down in HP right here, but I needed to put that shell into the T-29 because you never know. And here, this is more of an Artie safe maneuver. Fake that you're going forward, and then you just use a handbrake to turn around and go the other way. That's exactly what I did there. Now, I noticed that this light tank is on my behind, so we're going to have to approach him. Unfortunately, that light tank is full health, so it's going to be a problem. So I didn't realize it yet that I don't have my HESH loaded, and here I loaded my HESH. That was a bit of a bad play. I should have loaded it much earlier so that I'm ready when he's approaching. But luckily he didn't get here in time, and we should be able to put one shell into him. We roll for 438. I was hoping to roll higher there, to be honest, because now I cannot two-shoot him, unfortunately. And now I'm going to turn here while backing out because I know that Artie is going to be looking at me, and that made him miss. So now we're going to creep up here. We're going to try to put one more shell into this Tiger Shark. I think it's a Tiger Shark. Or Trailblazer. Same thing. Anyway, put a shell. We light them on fire, luckily, because I was thinking what to do here. If I don't roll high enough, I was going to just rush him and ram him. But he gets taken out, fortunately. And again, we're doing some Artie safe maneuvers here now. Unfortunately, Scorpion G takes out our Artie, so Artie's down, but we have a shot here at the Scorpion, and yeah, in usual fashion, when I got to carry and those shells have to go in, they don't. And that's exactly what happened here. So we're going to get a little bit closer. We're going to try to respot this guy. And that's the downside of HESH, because if I had my APCR rounds loaded, I would have put a full damaging hit into this guy, but because of HESH, I shot the ground really, and we didn't take a lot of HP from him, but you'll see what happens next. Like, take a look at this. With 210 millimeters of pen, this HESH round should have penned. And because I didn't kill him, Artie's hunting me right here, so I gotta do these crazy things. Turn around, go in the water, you know, change positions, because I was pretty sure Artie was gonna just smoke me right there. So we're gonna try to come up here again and respot him. Now he's a one-shot, doesn't matter with which shell, so I should be able to shoot him down with the HESH, but unfortunately he's sitting behind the wreck of the Gornish, so I couldn't get that shot into him, and now I have to run off quick because I know that Artie's looking at me for sure. So we're gonna try to come from a different position. Again, just to fool the Artie. He doesn't know where I'm gonna be coming from, and I don't know if Scorpion G will know where I'm coming from. So we're gonna try to approach him from this side. And this is going to have to be a quick snapshot, and this time RNG works with us and we're able to take him out of the game. Now again, Artie safe maneuvers, turning around, turning left, waiting for Artie shell. It comes in and it misses. So yeah, this turned out really good, but the bad play was I probably should have just had my APCR rounds loaded at the end and taken, you know, real damaging hits against this Scorpion G. HESH sometimes trolls you, especially end game. When you are in a carry situation, you never know what's gonna happen, right? I mean, RNG says no. Your shell goes into, let's say, light tank's gun, for instance, it could have happened, and he would have killed me easily, and I wouldn't be able to carry this game, right? So it is what it is. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. RNG has a big play in this, very big play in this, because it decides where your shells go, right? This time in this game, RNG decided that I can win, so be it. Although it's not over yet, so we're hunting Artie, and usually my encounters with Artie are not the greatest. I mean, I've died from Artie in so many times in situations like this. You'll be surprised, guys. I mean, I gotta tell you, in those situations, those Artie shots are really lucky, because and usually Artie has more luck than me for whatever reason, most of the time. Anyway, we're able to spot the Artie here because we have better view range than him, but he's behind farming equipment, ladders, I don't know what the hell that is, tarps, and my APCR round fails to go through it, but we're gonna try to do it again now. I mean, we're not spotted, so there's no risk for us losing this game, I don't think, anymore. But we're gonna put ourselves behind this wreck of a tank, and this shot should pretty much go in and secure the win. Well, it won't, because it won't go through that building. Okay, well then we destroyed the building, and we're gonna stay patient. There's no point for us moving anywhere closer to the Artie at this point, so let's see if we can take him down. Yes, we can, and we secure the win for the team. Those close games are what I live for, guys. Those close games are fantastic. Doesn't matter what kind of damage you get. And yeah, they make you come back to the game every time. As long as you don't get annihilated by Artie in every game, like it happened to me in last run, which was pathetic. Anyway, we managed to put up 4,000 damage, only class 1 game with 19 base XP, with 5 kills, 5 medals. Quite a nice game for Draugen. And at the end of the match, we read messages from the opposing team player who basically told me that his team didn't do squat and they didn't listen to his instructions. And yeah, it happens sometimes. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. That's it for now. Until next time, happy tanking. Space Bandit checking out.